If you're buying a new acoustic guitar or a classical guitar and you don't really know how to choose between spruce and cedar, well, this is the perfect video for you. Hello there, beautiful people. Let me tell you that you look great today, and I really hope that in today's video you will learn something useful and interesting. My name is Andrea Marcellan, but you can call me Andrew if you like, and welcome to my shop. I'm a professional luthier, and if you haven't already noticed it, I'm Italian. So if my English goes a little bit mamma mia, I know it. Please get over it. In today's video, I would like to talk to you about soundboards, and I'm sure you have already seen and played guitars that had maybe mahogany, maple, koa soundboard, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you ask me, I really suggest you to choose between cedar and spruce when it comes to time to choose the right guitar for you. And the reason is that to make a good quality soundboard, you have to use woods that has two main characteristics, which is it has to be as light as possible and as stiff as possible. This is why we use mainly cedar and spruce, because you have to see the soundboard as a mechanical part of the guitar, and he has to respond as quickly and strongly as possible to the vibration of the strings. If we use a wood that it's too stiff, for example mahogany or maple, you will hear that type of guitar which use mahogany or maple soundboard will have a sound that is more bright. It has less mid-range lower ends, okay? On the other hand, if we use a wood which is not stiff enough, first of all, it will break easier, okay? And that's not good. But if it can stand the tension of the strings, you will hear that the sound will be more on the mid-low range. This is the reason why spruce and cedar are the best woods to make guitar soundboards, because they can produce a wider range of frequencies and give you a richer sound. So let me tell you something about spruce. Of course, we know it well because it's our Christmas tree. It's brighter than the cedar, and also it's stiffer and heavier. If you take a close look to the grain of this wood, you will see that it's a little bit wider and less regular than the cedar. Not only that, but you will find different type of spruce. For example, there's Italian spruce like this one, there's Germany spruce, Adirondack spruce, Sitka spruce. For example, Adirondack spruce has a really wide grain, where Sitka spruce, it almost looks like cedar because it's very regular, very narrow grain, and also a little bit darker from this type of spruce. Cedar, surprise, surprise, it's not cedar. So when you are buying an acoustic guitar or a classical guitar with a cedar top, let me tell you that is not cedar, but is Thuja plicata, which is a tree of the family of Cupressaceae, which simply means it's a cypress. This type of wood is still really stiff, but less than spruce, and really lightweighted. It means that when you're building a cedar soundboard, you have to keep it thicker than a spruce soundboard. Sometimes the wood has these strange lines, which in Italian we call maschiature, and English people call it bear claws. We don't really know what it is. We don't really know why spruce sometimes decide to grow like this, but what we do know is that spruce with bear claw is stiffer than normal spruce. And that means that when we are building a soundboard with bear claw spruce, we can reduce the thickness of the soundboard even more. Somebody love it, somebody think it's just a freak of nature and they don't want it on their guitar. It's up to you to decide. So take the guitar, listen to it, and decide by what is your taste to the sound that the guitar produces. Generally speaking, we might say that a spruce guitar will have a sound which is more clear and bright, where a cedar guitar will have a more rounded, warmer sound. So is that it? Is just a question of warmer sound or a brighter sound? Not really, because you have to understand that it really depends on how the luthier decides to build the instrument. The thickness of the soundboard the bracing pattern, the dimension of the sound hole, the thickness of back and side, how many and how big are the braces of the back and of the soundboard. It's a lot of different stuff that all comes together to create an instrument that is unique. This is just to explain you that a luthier that really knows what he's doing can make a cedar guitar sound brighter than a spruce guitar, and vice versa. Of course, you will always be able to hear that cedar is a little bit rounded, a little bit warmer, and the spruce is brighter. But that doesn't mean that a cedar guitar can sound clear and bright. So, should you buy a cedar guitar or a spruce guitar? Which one is the best? Well, the short answer is none. And this is why I decided to make this video. To give you the knowledge to really understand that in the end, it doesn't really matter if the guitar is made out of cedar or spruce. The best suggestion that I can give you is don't listen to anybody but yourself. Play the guitar, listen to the sound, and fall in love with it. That's the right guitar for you. That's it, guys. This was a short but helpful video, and I really hope that you have learned something. But before leaving, you see the button right here that said subscribe? Try go and click it. Okay, right there? Nice. Thank you very much, and see you at the next one. Bye.